Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your own route on Train Simulator. This is a fabulous feature and I highly suggest you use it if you play the Train Simulator 2021 game, or it could change to Train Simulator and then it's whichever year it's in. So the first thing you want to do is enable the assets which you would like to use. So we're just going to enable everything. Actually, we're not, because that will take ages. So we're just going to use what we want. So I will use this. I will use... where are they? This. And I will use this. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using. So now we have to place some slack, obviously. So we're going to place 2 slacks here. If it's yellow, it signifies it's a straight railway track. If it turns white, that means it's curved. Now there's a button. Now here is where you will load when you join the route. This white thing with the train sort of symbol on it. You can move this around wherever you want. So before I build my track, I'm just going to move this around. It's really good to do, and then you can move it X, Y, and Z like this. So I can move it that way. I can even move it up and down. So that's how that works. Now, before you get going, there's one other button which you might be interested in. It's these two. Then, oh yeah. So all the buttons here have a meaning. This changes how many tracks you're going to use. This is the track rule, which I'm still unsure what it means, but anyway. So I'm just going to click on whatever we have. Then this is... what's this saying? I don't know this button actually. This one is follow network. It means like it will automatically try to get you onto a place where you've already built track. This is snap to terrain. Means that your route will go. It means that your route will go back to the ground wherever it is on the place. So if you're at a high level and you've got snap to terrain on and you just do it straight, it will just automatically go down to the ground, your track. So, but if you don't, it will just continue straight unless you use the gradient button, which I'll show you about as well. This is snap to track, so this is a really useful button. This is the main button that I really struggle without when I try doing it without. So this basically means that you could build like a passing loop. If you don't have this button on, you can only build sidings. You can't build other types of routes. So that's that. So we're just going to build a bit of track now and we're going to see how this goes. We're just going to show you the simple assets and then we may do some more detailed things soon. So we're just going to build a little track and then we're going to make a station here. Now it's all straight. Now you can change whether it's straight. With this, if you press snap to track, you can't really make it straight. So that works. Or the yellow symbol doesn't come out. I think actually you can still make it straight. I'm not... it looks as though it's snapping there automatically, but I don't know. I just use this. I just change whenever I need to. So we're going to add some platforms. If you go to the platform icon here, then we can add whatever platforms you've got. Now this is a hard bit. I believe you can make it so that certain pieces of track will have platforms. I do it this way, which is just to try and draw it the best I can so that it's aligned. It's rather hard to do. You need to get the angle very good. It's really difficult to get it exact. This looks okay. Nah, need to move it a little. So, you can move it just by moving your mouse one way or the other. So I'm pretty sure, I think I know now what it will be to get it perfect. There's always a way of getting it perfect. I think that's a... Okay, yeah, the platform's a bit close to the track, but that'll do. You build it the way you want, really. So, those are 2 platforms. Of course we're going to run this loot after. There's no point. Now, one thing I'm unsure about in this game is the signaling. If anyone can tell me about signaling, that's really useful. I'm really not sure about this. I will hope to find out and do another video when I can explain signaling properly. But that's one of the hard things. That's one of the really hard things, I think, to do in Slane Sim. So I just normally just have my own Slane and that's it. But I mean, it's nice to have other Slanes, but I've always just, when I build, I always just only have my own Slane when I run scenarios. I don't quite go to the end of the platform. I'm not that bothered though. I can just extend them to the end of the platform. Now you can build, we need to change this so we can build a little crossover so that our engine can be released when it's coming with its train. I'm not sure what type of engine we're going to use, but probably it have to be diesel or steam because we haven't built this with any electrical. Oh yeah. Actually, apparently, it's got overhead wires on, which I actually didn't know about. No, there's no overhead wires. Okay, let's just go for none for now. We can sort that out later. Third rail, it does mean overhead. You can operate third rail trains because there's no real way of saying both third rail and overhead. So overhead you can just operate all trains on, I think. I think that's it. Third rail won't show up. There's a special way of building third rail. I'm not the biggest expert on this, but I can give you basic advice on how to build a route. That looks a little close. Okay, that will fit in a diesel engine. Probably when you're going to use a diesel. Okay, now the platforms are too short, so I'm going to just build up and up and up a little. We can make, I make my platforms really long just so I have cover in case my trains are long. I have a bit of experience of building routes, which is good. Although I don't build the most advanced routes. That has to be said. So we're just going to extend this to there. That's a long platform now. That is a long platform. It's a long platform, isn't it? Oh well. Just gives me cover. You can make it as long as you feel fit. Doesn't mean we're going to have massive trains running to here. Is this big enough for diesel? I'm unsure about that, so I'm going to extend one of the tracks further. Actually, we're just going to extend one of. Probably have to do both though. Just a little, so that we've got plenty of cover in case, so that the engine will fit in our thing, so it can reverse. These are important if you're using loco hauled trains, unless you have like a different way. You have an engine at the end that can come in, collect the train. I use this way, which is to have a little run round loop. If you want a busy system, I wouldn't recommend doing this type. I would recommend having a track in the middle where your loco can run around, because it's if you're having a busy schedule, you don't want the engine needing one of the platforms, because then you can't really operate one of the platforms properly. I have to say that platform doesn't look well, but I think I messed up the platforms very slightly with the angles, but very, very slightly. Yeah, very slightly messed up with the platforms. Got the angle very slightly wrong, but anyway. So now we're going to build a little goods yard. Very small goods yard, I think.